Well, today's video is going to be a lot of fun, everybody. I'm going to give you guys my tips and tricks and advice on how to make money playing guitar. So in case you guys are unfamiliar with who I am, my name is Xander Raymond Charles, the mighty XRC. That's me. I'm a guitar player here on the internet, and I have been a professional guitar player for give or take 3 or 4 years. I can't exactly remember when I went full-time, but I've been doing it full-time for, like I said, about 3 or 4 years, okay? And in this video, I want to talk about what I feel is like a very taboo subject, like money and guitar, because, you know, there's a lot of people out there that'll say like the music industry's dead and it's impossible to make money in the music business anymore, yada, yada, yada. And while it may be harder in certain avenues from where it was, say, 20, 30 years ago, there's still a ton of money to be made in the music industry, and specifically as it pertains to playing guitar. So I want to give you guys my advice and talk about 7 different revenue streams you can create for yourself as it pertains to playing the guitar, okay? Let's start with one of the obvious ones first, and that is social media monetization. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, etc. Whatever one that you have and that you enjoy, try to find a way to make money on that platform. I mean, this channel right here is monetized and has been monetized for quite some time, to where I have a Google AdSense account and I get a check in the mail or a check in my bank account every single month from Google from the ad revenue stream. That is a passive way to make money when I'm sleeping, and it's an amazing way of life to where, like, I'm not actively working on stuff. I'm actively putting out videos as it pertains to the guitar on this channel, but then it just continues to accumulate and grow in terms of revenue over the years, to where I'm still making money off of guitar videos that are, say, 6 years old now. Same thing goes with some of my other social media like TikTok and Instagram. Those are monetized as well. So if you can find a way to run ads on your social media and get paid passively doing what you love, that is the guitar, that's amazing. Next thing you can do is you can offer services to your audience on your social media platforms, for example. Let me give you a specific example. If I'm not creating my own music, if I'm not writing for myself, if I am not touring, if I'm not working on a YouTube video, if I have some downtime, I will start offering some lessons via Skype. I'm really knowledgeable in music theory and like riff writing and stuff like that, so I offer private lessons on Skype, and I advertise that on my social media. So if you're really good at a particular thing on the guitar and you can offer lessons, by all means, try it out, man. And don't limit yourself to just guitar as well. Back in the day, a few times here and there, I would do mixing lessons as well. Like, people would be curious to see like how I mix my own original stuff or how I mix my YouTube demos, etc. So like, if you're good at a specific task and you can offer that to your audience, to the public, go for it. Put it out there, say, hey, I can offer lessons. I can teach you guys how I do this one thing that I'm really good at. And, you know, your audience should respond and should be interested, and maybe would want to pick your brain on what you're good at. Here we go. Here's a pretty big one that a lot of YouTubers specifically do, and that is sponsored content. Now, for me specifically, I work very hand in hand with Sweetwater, for example. Sweetwater is probably like my biggest supporter here in 2023 and 2024, hopefully going into 2025, to where like they'll send me a product and then I demo it, I review it, I showcase it on the channel, and then I get paid for the video. That also goes with any sort of plugin video, any sort of amp or guitar review from a different company, etc. Like, it's such a known thing now, but people still aren't doing it as much as I think they should, in my opinion. People that are looking to do this full time, that is. So where like, if you have an audience and you have the ability to be seen by your audience, by the public, companies are really attracted to that. All right. So like, you could really make a killing out of that style of, you know, content where you can get paid to showcase a product that a company sends you. Now, this is a little bit of a slippery slope and a little bit of a tricky thing to kind of navigate. It's nothing crazy, but, you know, just be careful and be sure you, at the very least, are interested in what you're promoting. Don't just promote anything. You know, and also to keep it very in line with your field. Like, if I'm a guitar player, I'm not going to, you know, promote, I don't know, a George Foreman grill or something like that. Just, that doesn't make sense to me. All of my sponsorships are all guitar focused, and I try to keep it that way because I don't want to turn into like a commercial. You know what I mean? Like, I still want to find use and value in what I'm promoting. So just be mindful, be careful with that. And also to be sure to let your audience know that this video or this piece of content is sponsored. One, because it's illegal to not disclose that. And two, it kind of just, you know, it rubs people the wrong way if you're not fully transparent about like, hey, I'm kind of being compensated by this, this product or this company. So I do support it, but just want to let you guys know that I am being compensated for showing it, and this is such a common practice now here on the internet in guitar land that people, are aware of it, but it's just important if you're interested in wanting to start this, to make sure you disclose that information. Okay. Here we go. Here's like the old school approach. Live shows. Live shows are alive and well and are booming, in my opinion, in 2024 going into 2025. I haven't seen this much hype and buzz in a live show in quite some time, maybe 5-6 years ago. I think it's because they went away for a while in the world and now they're back. Live shows are great, man. Get your band out there. If you have the ability to be hired by an artist and, you can make money, by all means, take it. Just try your best to get yourself out there and play live and do the real deal thing in front of a live audience and get paid for your time. Do not, and I repeat, do not get paid in exposure. Meaning, don't play for free. Unless you're playing Madison Square Garden or, opening for Metallica for free or something. There'll be an obvious exception to that rule, but don't play, I don't know, some sort of benefit or anything like that. And they'll say, oh, well, you'll get exposure and there's going to be a lot of people there to see you play, blah, blah, blah. Tell them to go themselves. Do not play for free, okay? Next way you can make money is endorsements and sponsorships. I am so proud of myself and thankful that Cerberus Guitars, for example, put out this guitar on the market here in 2024. This is my signature 30-inch baritone guitar, and I've seen a lot of people use this thing. A lot of people that I can't really say too much, but there's a lot of people behind the scenes that somehow, some way have acquired these and are tracking with them or something like that. Anyway, if you have the ability to get behind a company and, whatever deal you want to work it out, whether it's like a commission off of endorsement or like a fixed salary for, an annual year, we'll pay you X amount of dollars if you just play our guitar brand, etc. There's ways to negotiate and navigate that, but it's different than sponsored content. This is sponsorships and endorsements for real world stuff, to where no matter what you do, it'll always be using that product, or be sure to use that product more often than not. I'm not an exclusive artist, for example. I have several endorsement brands and stuff like that, and it's not about me saying oh, I have this and I have that. It's about letting you guys know my situation. It's very obvious, but I'm not exclusive because I am a guitar player and I'm a YouTuber, to where it would be not beneficial to me to cut off any sort of potential networks or revenue streams by only playing one or two guitar brands. That's just not beneficial for me. So there's different ways to work out different deals and stuff like that. But long story short, if you want an endorsement or some sort of deal with a brand, go for it, man. Companies love people who are passionate about their products and who love them and who want to play them. So just reach out, and you never know what could happen, okay? Another old school approach, and this is probably the way artists make the most money anymore, and that is merch. Merchandise. For example, anytime I put out an album, what do I always do? I always do the DIY, get your hard copy from me via PayPal or Venmo, and I'll send it to you myself from my house. I've done that every single album release, and that has not only covered the cost of making the album, but also too has got me automatically, on the profit side of things just by the merch alone, not to mention the streams and the YouTube ad revenue and stuff like that, okay? So if it's t-shirts, CDs, vinyl, cassettes are kind of coming back, which is cool. Whatever you can do to sell to your audience, and make sure it's quality, and make sure what you're selling you believe in and it's a good product. But if you can have a tangible thing for your audience, people love things, myself included. If you can make that for your audience, that's going to go a long way, okay? And last but not least, streaming services. And this is one thing that I'm really focusing on here in 2025, going into the next year, the new year. I really want to push my artist brand tenfold. That's something that I'm really going to be passionate about and continue to push more and more than I already am right now. So if you guys want to check out some of my original music, it's on literally all streaming service platforms. Thank you so much in advance. But I highly encourage you, if you're a guitar player, if you want to make money, I highly recommend you try to find your creative side inside of you. I don't think there's anything wrong with playing cover tunes and just being really good at other people's material, but in my opinion, I don't think anybody should just limit themselves to that. I think you should all try to create something and see what you have to say on the instrument. When it's your turn to play and your turn to create something, what's going to come out? What are you going to say? So for me, I'm really passionate about just making my own cool original music. In 2025, I'm going to quite literally attack the streaming services. I'm going to put so much music out. I'm really excited. I'm really passionate about it, and I can't wait to share it with you all, and I can't wait to just do it for myself. But all that encompassing, let me finish up this point right here. If you're a guitar player, I highly encourage you to create your own music and put it on streaming services and then monetize it. I mean, you can use DistroKid, CD Baby, TuneCore. I'm sure there's other ones out there. Like there's companies you can go through, independent companies, and put your own music out there and, you know, pay a flat fee for the year or however they have it on their specific site, and then you're good to go to just release music. So I highly recommend you create your guys' own music. Like 2025 will be heavily inspired by my 30-inch baritone 6-string and my 7-string prototype, as well as like my floating Floyd Rose Stratocaster. But I'm really excited to show you guys what I've created and, you know, how I'm going to monetize my riffs and my music. It's going to be a lot of fun for me personally, and I hope you guys all enjoy that when it comes out early next year and throughout the subsequent months of 2025. So all that encompassing, everybody, that's how you can make money playing guitar from my own experience and in my own opinion. It's kind of funny making this video. Like, it's a little, I don't know, it feels a little, not awkward, just a little, I don't know, it's hard to explain. It's a different vibe and a different feel for me creating this video because it is a taboo subject, something that people don't like to talk about, or it comes off a certain type of way potentially if you're talking about money and stuff like that. But I see this video as nothing but an incredible asset to anybody who wants to try to make a little bit of money playing guitar. It doesn't have to be full-time. You don't have to be a full-time guitar player, but making a little bit of money at something you're good at and something you're passionate about, I think that's something everybody in the world would aspire to achieve, okay? So that's going to do it for this video. What do you guys think of my thoughts and opinions? Leave them down below. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? I'd love to hear from you guys. I'd love interacting with you in the comments. Thank you guys so much for 125K. It means a lot. And with that being said, everybody, appreciate you guys. And I'll see you in the next video very, very soon. Later.